Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We're now in our second session, a Fireside Chat, when to partner and how to make it successful, FinTech partnership with ING. With me today, we have Toby Smith-Cullen. Toby is the head of FinTech for ING Global. Hi, Toby. How are you?
Hey, Tal. I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining us from Amsterdam. And if you may, please maybe present yourself a little bit, and so our audience will get to know you, and then we'll talk a bit further on how ING engage with fintechs.
Sure. Well, good to be here. So, Toby Smith-Cullen. I lead the FinTech partnership team within ING. I think we'll go into what that team does, but just to be sure, it's matching ING, the financial institution, with the best-in-class fintechs, trying to make and marry that up so I get the best use cases and make the partnership work. A bit about myself. I've been in the financial services for about 17, I think I'm getting a bit older, 17 years. Started off Accenture, then moved over to ABN AMRO, RBS, then at a fintech actually, and then joined ING. I think the common denominator in my career has been the transformation journey, the innovation journey, the getting from A to B, changing, offshoring, onshoring, unfortunately closing down businesses, then now actually curating new opportunities. And that's, I think, we bumped into each other, 2 years ago, I think, at a FinTech conference in Copenhagen. Again, getting the insight into the developing world of fintechs, innovation, and that's why I'm also glad to be here.
Awesome. I mean, this is so. Thank you, and it's very. I really appreciate you taking the time. So ING is a pretty complex bank, one of the top 30 banks globally. And your innovation program is remarkable, for all I know. And we had a chance through Equitech to work with several locations from ING. So with that program, how does ING interact with fintechs? How do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe for some of the audience that don't know ING, which could be definitely the case, it's you could say a global bank, but European focused. It's got about 57,000 employees, about 39 million customers, various from retail to wholesale clients, and we cover about 30 countries. But it is predominantly European focused. And I think your question really starts with the overall strategy of ING. The overall strategy is trying to really make sure that we empower people to be one step ahead in life and in business. So that goes for our customers, but that also goes for our staff. So if you look at we have something on our internet, you can see it's our strategy on a page. Innovation is called out quite explicitly because we understand the customer needs are evolving, and thus we have to innovate. And I think it was once said that the best way, what we want to do is give the best products and services to our customers, but that doesn't actually mean that we build them up, hence maybe the fintech angle. And as such, as ING, we have really engaged with why try and build this ourselves when we can actually partner with companies that could provide a better product, a better service. And I have actually one slide. I'm not sure if you want me to already show that one on how we interact with fintechs.
Yeah, of course, it'll be great. I mean, you're like continue from what you just mentioned. The partnership model is something that we saw. If we look at the wave of fintech, how it moved from a decade ago, from being will it disrupt or not? The question was in every panel, in every discussion you had, will fintech replace banks? And now no one asks that anymore because partnership model with fintech is becoming the norm. It's not something that we can avoid. Fintechs can be much more agile and tailored and focused. From personal experience, your program with ING and the way that you harvest innovation from external resources is remarkable, and I really I'd say encourage everybody, all fintechs, to join and try to engage ING. They have a great program, very timely, secured, and not wasting anyone's time, which is something that is very valuable for startups.
I think that's definitely. I think as a bank, you provide services. So again, coming back to my previous point, the customer needs to be centric in that, and being able to provide those best products and those services is the way forward. And we have to always keep in mind data security, the whole say non-financial risk element around that space, compliance, to make sure everything goes smoothly. Because what you don't want to do is interact too quickly with a fintech, whereby you could have something exposed on the market, client data, for example. So I think you also have to always be wary as a fintech when interacting with an FI, that also the process could take a while. The solution or the offering could be good, but it might take a while before you really are up and running. And that's something I think I give as a heads up for fintechs that want to deal with maybe with ING or with another big bank. It could take a while before you're live. But I'm not sure, Tal, can you see the screen?
I can see, but try to have a full screen view.
Okay, so give me a shout if you still. Sorry. So what do you see now?
You have a display setting. You can change. On the left, you can change a display setting.
Here.
Up, no. up. Yep. Right. Exactly. Click it. No, the middle one.
Yep.
Yeah, and just switch between them. Yep.
There you go.
Well, yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So, and by the way, Tal, you need to help me with the timing, because I've no.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes, but
okay. So let me quickly walk you through this. So within ING, we interact with fintechs in 4 different ways. We have our own ING labs, where in essence we curate our own fintechs from an idea. It goes through a whole funnel stage with various stage gates to a venture, you could say, that is either spun into within ING or spun out. I think maybe you will know some of these companies, like your money management app. Then we have a ventures team that has about a 300 million fund. I think most of it already is allocated, but that does the minority investments. So looking for external fintechs, but also you could say fintechs coming off the lab and being spun out. That is that whereby they will do a minority investments. Usually, up until now, it's been around the Series A, Series B. There, they're looking for not only a financial return, but also strategic alignment with ING. So they will not invest into companies that have nothing to do with ING's strategy. So it has to be in line with that. And there is an overlap with the third bucket here, which you see, which is the partnerships. That in essence is my team that looks to really partner fintechs with ING. So as a dedicated global team, and that's why please reach out to me, as a dedicated global team, we try to talk to all the business heads and all the business stakeholders to understand their problems internally, where they're going to, what's their journey, so that when we look outside of ING and we see new technologies being developed, we can actually bring those to the relevant business heads to consider, and then we walk them through the overall stages of shortlisting to setting up a proof of concept, and if that all goes well, then setting up the partnership. It could be the case, like there's one company in here called Eigen Technologies, whereby it's all about data extraction. Initially, though, I think it was around about we need to have a way of not doing this manually. Then this company came on the radar, and we actually engaged with them. Now there are multiple use cases, and then our ventures arm said, actually, this is getting so interesting, and they're being used within ING on multiple points, so let's also invest in them. So there is you could say, an overlap between invest and partner, but it doesn't need to be the case. And then we have on our right you could say the acquisition part, where we do the majority stakes, a real takeover. That is, you could say that's a bit out of the innovation side, but it's that's so mine's really focusing on the partnership.
This structure is phenomenal. Being diverse and being aware that you have different methodologies to partner with fintechs and benefit either your client or your portfolio. And this is remarkable to see. I mean, a lot of banks around the world should take some notes on like how do you do that. And I know from personal experience from different companies that we collaborate with that the flow is phenomenal, and the work with you is something that is almost seamless. So
and I think on the partner stuff, I think we got about 180 plus partnerships across ING. Of course, one could be very local, and one could be also used on a more global front. But yeah, we try to really also have that structure in place so that we keep innovating and excelling with the best products and services. So yeah, that's a bit of how we interact with them. I mean, I had a few short slides of this is in essence how we actually work as a team. So please, I know we don't have short time, but if you're a fintech or you're an FI interested in just understanding more, please reach out to me. I think I'll be in the lounge, the lobby, just looking to the session. So yeah, let's please connect. And I think I just wanted to end up with one slide, just so in essence, so what do we actually do as a team? Just really practically, this is what we do. We actually help the business, our internal businesses, with creating ideas. So we bring the outside in view of what's happening with regards to fintechs and the offering. We help the businesses also with scouting. We set up the shortlisting and then go into the POC and then set up the partnership. And I think one of the main things, which I think is really important, is also trying to be the gatekeeper. Because what I can't have, of course, is that ING Poland says I want to have a subscription management tool, and is unaware of exactly something like that in another country, and then sets up its own partnership. So we try to help out the community, the various business across the globe, with really selecting the best partnerships.
Thank you, Toby. That's really good. That's really informative and inspirational. And I hope that we have a lot of companies in our lounge. In tables, I'm pretty sure a lot of them will be interested in hearing more. So maybe just as a quick end note from you, Toby, what is the current technologies that you're like the current focus that you now seek? I know there are many, but choose one that.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about trends. If you're talking about trends and where to go to, I think I heard it in the opening by Nir, embedded finance or embedded everything.
Embedded everything, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what we called it. I think 2 days ago, because it's all about the customer engagement, the customer journey, making sure that because again we are a service provider, that the customer can get the best insurance way when it buys the product, when it's and is making sure that journey goes smoothly, and that we as a FI, financial institution, can be part of that.
Okay, thank you. And we'll have a session about embedded finance, and we'll talk about it throughout the day. So Toby Smith-Cullen, head of FinTech lead in ING, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you here in the rest of the day. We're going to end this session now and move to our next session, which is the FinTech of the Year panel with Citibank, Visa, and Discount Bank. So see you all soon.